What's up, guys? Welcome to Break It Down, episode number 24. Like the previous, well, actually, I was going to say previous 23 episodes, probably the last 12 or 13 episodes. My name's Dante. That's Kyle right there. And we are here to break down everything that happened in wrestling in the last week. And we have some good stuff to talk about today. We're going to be going over John Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament that was officially announced, and there have been matches that have been also announced that have been made official for Raw, SmackDown. We're going to talk about the competitors. We're going to talk about some surprise participants that may show up, and also we are going to go over Saturday night's main event, which was a highly talked about show for one reason or another. And I was very passionate about my predictions last week, so I'm going to look forward to being passionate about the results as well. But before we do that, Kyle, I want to ask you how you're doing. Last week when we were here, you were talking about your Halloween extravaganza, everything that you had planned. I think not only do I want an update, but I think the listeners would also like an update of how that went down.
Every year, Dante, I am utterly shocked at two things. One, the amount of people that come to my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And two, how fast the food flies off of our table. So again, I moved into the neighborhood in 2017. My first Halloween, there were kids saying, "We look forward to this house every year." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "That's crazy!" Like, was
she already down there? Like,
she was already down here. She was already working in Houston.
Okay, mm-hmm.
And she had already started this. She
already settled down. She made her name down there,
right? And but she loved Halloween, and so she would bake 400 cupcakes. One year we did milkshakes. And she was just in the kitchen, and she never got to come outside to see everybody. Mm-hmm. And so, like, people would be like, "Do you guys own a restaurant? Like, why?"
You should.
Like, no, my wife just really loves cooking, and she loves baking, and she loves serving. She just loves this kind of community aspect. And so I was like, "You should come out and like be out here because people have questions.
Enjoy it,
and you should enjoy the fruits of your labor and how much thought you put into this." So last year we did an ice cream truck. 700 ice creams. It's crazy. This year we wanted to do the 3 Caballeros, which was Braxton's idea. And I was Donald Duck. And Rochelle was like, "Cool, we can give out tacos and churros." And then I was like, all because Braxton
wanted to be them for Halloween. You base your entire theme off of what your 6-year-old child wants to be. I love that.
Because he's going to want to do this as a family for such a small amount of time.
100%. Yeah. So you make the most of it the years that you can.
Correct. And we have our neighbors come over, their kids. There's a
little
bit
thing.
of
you make a thing out of it.
Right. And it's
more than just trick-or-treating at that point.
Yes.
Get together.
And so people have grown to love it. And so this year we had a 6-piece mariachi band. We had a taco lady. Like,
how do you even hire a mariachi band?
Would book for a wedding?
Is there a website that you just book them for a wedding or something like that?
Yeah. So you just go online, find a mariachi band.
Mariachi bands.
Lady who would do like a wedding tacos. She set up her own table. She had a heat lamp.
That's awesome.
She did tacos.
How the food were good? The tacos were good?
I didn't get any, so I wouldn't know. But people seemed to enjoy them.
Those were the ones that they were like, "You can't touch those. We're handing those out."
Right.
And then sneaking off in the Donald Duck costume, eating a few tacos underneath the mask.
Yeah, Donald was having a good time under that helmet for sure. And then we had 10 gallons of margaritas that we poured for adults, 21 only.
That's why Donald Duck was having a good time underneath that.
And so, it was a great time, man. And it all lasted. So 500 tacos, 500 churros, and cookies with 10 gallons of margarita, hour and a half. All gone.
Margarita 10 and also gone an hour and a half.
All gone.
Everything.
Packing up tables. See everyone next year.
I mean, you think about it. In some cases, like if some parents come with one kid, that's 2 parents, 1 kid. So more for the adults.
Now everyone's in a golf cart. Everyone's in their car. There's people driving house to house.
They're bringing the families. They're bringing cousins, nephews, nieces.
So we were trying to do 1 taco a plate, but people were like, "Can I get 2? Me and my wife, my daughter."
Yeah, I feel like it's as crazy as it sounds. Like you need to have like rules in place, so like it's fair for everyone.
But also, you don't want to be standing out there until midnight. So there's a heavy balance of like, let's gotta go. Like,
let
what are
some
you gonna-
things go, but
Right,
don't
what are you
let
gonna
someone
yell
take
at
10
kids?
tacos. But like, if you see 10 tacos on someone plate, you gotta say something.
Right.
Like, hey, like,
So I think it was a 3 max. We were like, you can put 3 on a plate. But anyways, but it was all gone in an hour and a half. By 9 o'clock, we were done. Because we don't start serving until the sun goes down, until it's completely dark
yeah,
is when we get going. And so, like, yeah, around 8:30, 9 o'clock, it was all out. And I have security footage and video from other people. It was we had a line around our house.
God bless you.
But there's 3 other houses that do it pretty big, not as big as us. I'll brag on my wife and I.
Hey, you take
but there's
pride
some
in it.
houses that do it because, I mean, people bus in. There's people get there early to park on the street. And so when you get in, you can't drive into your neighborhood. So like, there's a lot of people that like just standstill traffic. Cops have to come to direct it.
That's incredible.
It's crazy, man. But it's
one of these days, me and Taylor will definitely make it down there for Halloween. But I look forward to the pictures.
I had my buddy Bill McGuirk come down this year. He came down to see it, and he was like, I've never seen anything.
I can't imagine most people have. I'd imagine 99% of the people that were there that night could say the same thing.
It's remarkable. It's
a great time. It's a great time to kick off the holiday season.
Because I would never take food, like open food, from a Halloween stand. That's just me.
That would have to be a very trustworthy, like, know the people, or like.
Now, to be honest, if something were to happen, it would be incredibly easy to track back.
Yes, like, you know where you got the taco
maybe
from.
we should go to that house that had the margaritas,
had the open taco, the 500 tacos.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, you can narrow it down.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen. And I saw the post this year. No one's putting their drugs in your kids' candy. You know what I mean? No one's like willingly searching their whole life for the drugs. Right. And then being like, I can donate.
We're going to give it out to a few kids.
Kids!
Now listen, we give out tacos, margaritas, and shit around here. That's how we spend Halloween.
Tacos, margaritas, cookies, and candy. We do candy.
Of course. Yeah, we have to. There are kids.
We're not handing out candy. There's a lot of candy.
You don't just rewrite Halloween. You do stick to its roots as well.
Yeah, it's for everybody. It's for the people.
Well, until next Halloween, Kyle, we'll be looking forward to the next update.
Well, I can tell you, early leak on what our costumes are going to be next year.
Oh, okay.
Because normally Rochelle has a very strict rule. We do not talk about Halloween until September 1st.
Okay.
Because I am a lunatic. I'll talk about it.
You'll talk about it months.
Like, what if we were like Lord of the Rings?
And I was just coming up with ideas all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So she's like September 1st. But she has wanted to do classic Halloween for like the last 3 or 4 years. Like Frankenstein's Monster, Bride of Frankenstein, Werewolf, The Invisible Man, this stuff.
Yeah.
So next year, I'm going to have to shave because your boy's Frankenstein's Monster.
I was going to say, you'd be a good Frankenstein. I think
I'm going to have to work on a prosthetic little headpiece, which they sell on Etsy. We'll get serious. We'll get real.
I think you got time. I think you'll kill that 100%.
So if you want to come next year, classic Halloween. Rochelle's going to be the bride of Frankenstein. Little on the nose for our relationship. And then if you guys want to come on down and be classic Halloween,
you are
more than welcome.
Absolutely, we'll game plan. Yeah, we'll this is like John Cena, The Rock 1. We're setting it up a year in advance. WrestleMania 28 next year. Lock it in. Main event, first time ever. All right. You ready to talk about some wrestling?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's talk some wrestling. All right. So like I mentioned, we really have 2 big things to talk about. We're going to talk about John Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament and Saturday night's main event. We're going to start with the tournament. Now, it was announced on Monday Night Raw last week that there will be a 16-man tournament to determine John Cena's final opponent. This is something that's been kind of rumored for like a month or so of like, how are we going to get to this point? Like, how are we going to determine a final opponent? John Cena said, they did a video package and everything. He said he doesn't want to choose his opponent. He wants this to be earned. He will meet the person at Saturday Night Main Event that wins the tournament and earn the right to face him. And we got a few different faces shown during the video package. We have 11 names. All right. We have The Miz, Rusev, Solo Sikoa, Sheamus, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Penta, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed, Gunther, and Dominic Mysterio. Now, what I want to say is these names were not confirmed to be in the tournament. They were just names that were shown in the package. Now, we could easily sit here and say that those are the people who are going to be in it, and that might be true. But I'm not going off of that because we still have a few events, like shows in between that people can get involved with. So we have these 11 names. Damian Priest was also announced because we had 4 total matches announced. On Raw, we're going to get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. We're going to get Rusev versus Damian Priest. And on Friday, we're going to get Jey Uso versus The Miz and LA Knight versus a surprise opponent. Now, Kyle, what I want to do here is I want you to, tell me who you think will be the final 4 participants because we have Damian Priest announced. 2, who you think is going to win the tournament. And 3, if you think that a person that you think will win the tournament should beat or will beat John Cena in his final match. Those are the 3 things I want to know.
So I to go back to your opening statement on the video package, I am of the belief that John Cena will walk into this event, possibly the Intercontinental Champion.
I think that's a strong rumor, and I think that is very possible. Mm-hmm.
That also plays into a little bit of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would love to. I'm a big Damian Priest fan. Haven't seen him in a while, but I love watching his work. He's great. Yep. But I don't think it makes sense for Rusev to lose.
Yep.
As he's just kind of on his coming back circuit, right?
Sure.
Excuse me.
I also think I'm also looking at this in the sense of like history that they have with someone like Rusev has a lot more history, and Damian Priest has a story with Aleister Black going where he cost Aleister Black the US belt a few weeks ago. I can see this being a case where like they're just extending the story with that. Like Aleister Black cost Priest and Rusev gets the win. That's in my head what I think is going to play out.
So, and then Shinsuke Nakamura, Sheamus. Mm-hmm. I will admit that I don't have as much catalog history on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Sure.
But if
I'll hook you up. I feel like a fraud because we always talk about matches I'll give you, and I always get busy and I forget to do it. But I will give you a catalog of Shinsuke Nakamura matches because pre-WWE, this guy was a fucking demon.
So I would love to watch because it looks like I'm looking at a guy that like is on, and he could be just older, and I don't know.
No, he's on. No, he's on cruise control. He's been on cruise control for the last 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah.
But if Sheamus Rusev gave me a window into anything, then Sheamus should throw Shinsuke Nakamura around like a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yes.
So then we land back for another Sheamus Rusev,
and I think it could lead to something like that. Nakamura, like this is another instance where like the only I was laughing when we talked about when you brought it up because the only history that Nakamura and Cena really have, I want to say it was 2017 or 2018. I think it was 2018. They had a match on SmackDown, and Shinsuke beat Cena. But so his setup is his finisher move is called the Kinshasa, which is just a running knee to the head, right? But the setup to it is he has someone like in front of him. So like there's someone in front of me holding the, but like his back is to me.
Right.
I flip them back so they fall like on their stomach or like on their head, right?
Sure.
He did that to John Cena. I do think it was a little bit of both. He didn't fully extend him, and I don't think Cena went as much as he should have, where he just landed on his neck. Oh. It looked bad. He was fine. Like he got up, immediately walked away from it. But it looked scary. Apparently that like ended Shinsuke, like his push. Like Vince McMahon fucking was bullshit. Which like, I mean, I get it. Like that's your top guy, but that's the only history that those guys really have. So
John might not be looking forward to getting in that ring.
Yeah, I don't think Sheamus. I think Sheamus has a good chance of winning the whole thing. To be honest, I think he should be like in the top like 4 or 5. Like he should be in the quarterfinals. I think.
Well, so that then brings me to Miz, Jey Uso,
which I don't even. Can I be on? Like Miz, I get. Okay, hold on. Jey Uso might actually be one of the other surprise participants because he was not shown in that video package. So, if that's another fucking surprise, that's stupid.
Here's my thing, because I like Jey Uso, and I feel like right now everyone's in this tunnel vision of I'm annoyed with Jey Uso because he's like the Tom Brady effect, like he's just always there, like it's just
front and center.
Time for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jey Uso, and I don't get why the fans that are paying $500 a ticket want to come in there and do the intro.
Yeah.
So he's going to be there. Like there's just
100%.
The entrance is just part of the show now. So he's locked in.
Yeah.
I want something else. I can't articulate it. So I feel kind of, like not like I don't know how to say it.
They're over.
I just want
him.
something more out of Jay, and I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know what it is, but I just want to see another gear. I just want to see it.
I'm legitimately thinking WWE is they're hurting Jey Uso. I think they are putting him in too many positions, high positions where fans are going to turn on him. Which you can start to hear that in the crowds. He's not getting 100% cheers now. Sure. There are some. I'm not saying it's like 50-50, but like
no.
It's starting to creep up a little bit.
You can see people not eating.
A little bit. Even if it's like 95 to 5%, like you can tell. And this reminds me of when Roman Reigns, when he was the big dog. He is good, but like he was getting over pushed down our throats. It was in positions where he was doing the same stuff. We wanted something different out of him. We wanted him to be a heel, and it took them fucking 5 years to do that.
Right.
I think Jey Uso, WWE needs to be careful because they can go down that direction. I think a heel turn needs to happen for him to save that to like, something new. And I do think even if he's a heel, you're going to get most of the audience to go do the yeets and the everything like that. Like, I don't think that popularity is going to go away. There's just no like, I don't know why, like, is he in this tournament just because he's a big name? Like, if that's the case, sure. But like in this case, like he shouldn't win. Like the Miz should win this.
And that's who I think wins. I think the Miz beats Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm. But like, how is it? There has to be an interference. There has to be something because I don't think the Miz can beat Jey clean at where Jey is right now. Like if the Miz was a little bit more built up, sure. But like he's been in a tag team with Carmelo Hayes for the last few months, not really doing much. So if the Miz beats Jey Uso, I feel like that's kind of a disservice, like what they've been doing for Jey the last few months. But I still think Miz wins. I just don't know how we get there.
Yeah, I mean that's fair because
maybe the story is Jey goes on a little spiral where like he just starts losing and like he's slipping up because he lost to Punk and he's just like lost a step, and then maybe that brings the Roman back and then he like knocks him. I don't know. Maybe him losing the Miz is part of the bloodline story. Who knows?
I just and here's where I think because I think you get the Miz and I think LA Knight, and we said it in the pre-show. Yeah. If it's Joe Hendry, I'm gonna
So that's the other
Taylor Ganger drink and drive because I just cannot I like Joe Hendry. It's great.
Yeah.
It's fun, but like
not
that's who we're gonna pull out in round
because someone like this isn't gonna win. But it's like you're doing it for the pop. You're doing it for the pop, which would be fantastic. So yeah, that's the next match on SmackDown. So Shinsuke, Sheamus, Rusev, Damien is going to be on Raw in Boston this upcoming Monday. Jey Uso, The Miz on SmackDown. LA Knight versus TBA on SmackDown as well.
So I'm going to assume that it's going to be Joe Hendry. And the reason why I think Joe Hendry is in this is because earlier in the year, all we heard was Joe Hendry talking about I had a time to talk with John Cena.
Yep.
John Cena told me I'm the future. Blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So like it makes sense for him to be
full circle type of thing.
Correct.
And he is like, in a way, like he's the face of TNA as far as popularity goes.
Sure.
And like, if WWE's like, all right, we're going to bring in a TNA guy for this, who's the most popular guy, that's going to be the most recognizable face. But I'm going to counter you because I agree with you. I love Joe Hendry. And if he did show up, I'm not going to be like, boo, whatever. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. I would have preferred if it was someone else.
We still have 8 more slots open in the 16-man
So there could be other people.
Correct.
I think that this spot, when WWE says there's going to be participants outside of WWE, we talked about this before, that means TNA. That's what they mean by that, just so everyone's clear. Or AAA. There could be Vikingo. He could have a match, which would make no sense. Because
I do want to sidebar this right now. Because if the impossible does happen,
Okay.
If fucking Edge walks out of that curtain, I'm jumping in the comment section and I'm coming for everyone. I'm coming
It's
for
gonna
the
be-
I told you.
I'm changing.
I'm coming with a flamethrower. It's not going to happen. I do.
I'm
recognize
gonna rip
it's not gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna rip my pants off and go streaking down fucking Mass Pike if that happens. You don't even fucking
I
understand.
woke up to an alert and I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And it's like WWE uploaded the
Yeah,
history
on
of
their
John
vault.
Cena.
They
and
love doing that shit.
I was
bro.
like, I just closed my phone. I was like, "Not today."
They love doing that. I quote tweeted that and I was like, I'm not falling for this shit. They do that so much.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Okay, so
Go ahead. Sorry, I
I'm
didn't cut you
thinking it's either good. No, I think it's either going to be Matt Cardona or Nick Nemeth. And the reason why I say one of those two guys is because, yes, Joe Hendry is the most popular TNA star without a doubt. But you want to talk about history with John Cena. You want to talk about two guys that have a lot of history with John Cena. Matt Cardona and Nick Nemeth are the two biggest names outside of WWE. Matt Cardona and John Cena are legitimate friends in real life. I think Chelsea Green said that they like do double dates like once a month or something like that. They get together once a month to get dinner. Nick Nemeth, him and John Cena had a lot of one-on-one battles when Dolph Ziggler, was the Money in the Bank holder. When there were storylines with AJ Lee, he was the world heavyweight champion. So I think I would much rather one of those two.
Sure.
I genuinely think it's like a 33% chance. Like if you put those three in front of me, I think it's even odds. Like I think it could be any one of those guys, because it also could be a matter of one of them is showing up here and then the next one will be a surprise opponent the week after or something. It's not like this is going to be the only surprise one. Now, Kyle, you're going to like this one. All right. It's not exactly Edge, but I do have one wacky potential surprise participant.
I love this man. If he's who I think you're going to say, I think he's great, but I don't want to see it.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Break the walls down.
I'm not saying I want to see it either, but I'm saying if they do want to have that one guy that isn't like the closest thing to AEW, right? He's so the issue. Obviously, the thing is like, is he still under contract in AEW? He's going to return to WWE at the Royal Rumble. Like that's what's going to happen. But if his contract is up and they can bump it up 2 months, they should. I'm not saying Chris Jericho should win it, but that is
will that be a good match?
I'm not saying
who does Jericho face.
Did you see LA Knight? That could be one of the surprises this week. LA Knight. But listen.
See, here's the thing. I think LA Knight wins. Like it would make no sense.
So
I think
that's
right now
tricky because, like, if Cardona or Nemeth shows up, I feel like you got to give them the surprise win.
Correct, which is why I feel like a Joe Hendry loss is still like on brand and okay.
See, that's why like some of these people that are in the match, like LA Knight and Jey Uso, like they shouldn't lose, but I don't think they should win either. Like I don't think like LA Knight, I get
in the semis,
right? That he can,
you know what I mean. If you get it, if you lose in the first round,
no, that's tough. It's tough, but like I don't know. WWE is gonna set guys up for failure in that case. Like the way that this is matched up, like they're gonna have to they're gonna have to do something like that. But Triple H said earlier, I don't know if you saw this. He said, I don't know what interview it was. He said when they make matches, they don't make matches based off of like, oh, this is going to be good. They make the matches based off of if it's going to progress the story, if it's going to do this and that.
Right.
He doesn't give a fuck if Chris Jericho tries 10 moonsaults off the ropes and lands only one of them. He doesn't care. As long as the people are cheering for his music and stuff like that, that's what they care about. So, oh God, I think if Chris Jericho comes back, he better go on a 3-month retirement run and get out of the ring because what we've seen from him recently is not good. Like he's past that point.
While we're on it, and Chris, if you hear me, Jericho Cruise around the birthday next year, 2026.
Jeff Hardy's going to be on it.
That's where I sent it to you.
Jeff Hardy's going to be on it. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Chris Jericho, they follow me on Twitter. Friends on Twitter. Chris Jericho, their website saying, and everything.
I don't want tickets. I'll pay for the cruise. But you know what's great about that? Being an elevator, all of a sudden you're just like.
If I was in an elevator and I looked to my right and there was Jeff Hardy there, I'd pass out.
Yeah, could you imagine just being in an elevator Jeff Hardy steps on?
No, I couldn't. I actually couldn't imagine.
Would you mark out on Jeff Hardy in an elevator? Like, would you?
No, I think I'm controlled. I think I'm controlled.
Like, I've got 1,000 questions.
No, I think I think I'm controlled enough, and I think I'm respectful. I'm not saying people are disrespectful that do that
Sure.
stuff, but I'm aware in my head of like this is a human being, where like this person's just here. He's
Right.
people know him and stuff. But like I try not to like when we met James Storm at AEW All In at the after party, I came up to him. I was like, dude, like he was talking with people. Was like, hey, my name's Dante. I don't want to take you away from anything. Just want to let you know I'm a huge fan. I grew up watching you, whatever. And like shook hands. He asked me a few questions. We went our separate ways. Like I like to have interactions like that because they meet a million people that are just up their ass, people that are just this and that. Like I don't want to be that guy, And I feel like being like in the middle makes it more like, I think he'd remember me as being like, oh, that kid, like I met him, he was more respectful and stuff compared to someone like a million people that come up and stuff, like doing something that makes, not to say that he would remember me, but you know what I mean. So no, I feel like even if it's Jeff, Jeff is a like a exception. Like I don't know how I'd
that's what I mean.
That's like in the moment, whatever. Like my heart would be like my Apple Watch would be like sit down, like get some water or something like that. But I feel like I would be controlled in being like, all right, like you're like this is a normal person, like say hi, whatever, like whatever, but don't fangirl. Then I just open up my sleeves and I have my Jeff Hardy sleeves on or something like that. Just like I have them right here. I have them right here, like with I don't know if I would do that, but yeah, that's definitely something we're gonna have to discuss.
Okay.
But yeah, so that Chris Jericho is my one like really just out there.
Okay.
I think that's based off like contracts and all that stuff too. So, but I'll say just for the sake of it, I'll say Matt Cardona is going to be the surprise opponent. Okay, so I'll pick him.
So then we run into Rusev Sheamus, which I think Sheamus beats Rusev.
Correct. If that's how it matches up, there's a bracket. Okay, yeah, no, it would be Rusev Sheamus, the winners,
and then it would be LA Knight Miz. In my mind.
Yeah. I think
because I think Jey Uso's there to make you think you're getting a Jey Uso LA Knight fight, and I just I don't see that. I don't know.
The Miz LA Knight had a little bit of a feud when LA Knight, I believe, was like early on the main roster. So like they could kind of revisit some stuff there. I mean, there's something there. So but I feel like honestly, I feel like the Miz might get a low key little push here. That's where I think he said that he was upset that he wasn't involved in it. Cena posted a picture of the Miz, so he could have a sneaky run. He shouldn't lose to Sheamus. Sheamus should kill him.
That's what I'm saying. So then, do you get Miz Sheamus? I would like to see LA Knight Sheamus.
For the sake of history, I think Miz Sheamus, but also at the same time, like you also like, I think whoever wins this tournament should be either an up and comer or someone that needs like isn't borderline on the way out the door. Like I'm not saying Sheamus is out the door, but like what does he need this win for? Unless it's for the IC belt where he can become a Grand Slam champ like Cena did. But like someone like LA Knight, I think I would rather LA Knight win the tournament over Sheamus because at least that's someone that he needs the win. He's been fucked over in the world championship scene. Have him beat Cena, and that's the mega push that gets started.
And if we're going to start pushing an LA Knight WrestleMania, I mean, I know we don't really need to start worrying about that till January, February, but like this is a good milestone. To kind of give the credibility to the push. So
whoever wins this tournament, Kyle, is getting a mega push. You don't just have someone win this tournament and then face John Cena and then do nothing afterwards. Like if you like whoever wins this,
well, you do. John, you have do plans. If it's capping, you do if it's Edge. You sure
certain
do.
Ones, certain ones.
Sorry, my inner demons are popping out of my head.
No, certain ones, there are caps for sure.
I do like in a realistic world. I think this is going to be an NXT guy. I think this could be the Obafemi. The push.
It could be Obafemi. Could be.
I don't know, and I can't pontificate as if I know a lot about NXT because I don't watch it as much.
Also, when I'm reading, Saints could be a good one too. The NXT champion.
Who's that now?
Ricky Saints. He was Ricky Starks in AEW, the current NXT champion. Yeah, that could be someone as well. So yeah, it's interesting how it's going to play out.
I'm actually really interested now to see what the next 8 people are because I do want a Matt Cardona. I do want a Dolph. because those would be fun. But if they come in, they have to advance to the next round.
I agree.
Like they can't come in and lose. So
like I would have liked to see like Damian Priest or like the Miz versus a surprise opponent, like something like that, where it's a little bit more balanced. I'd say I think would have been a better like. I don't know, because now like it's gonna be tough to decide like who's gonna win. Like LA Knight, this person, they have some tough matchups. Excuse me, but
I just hope we don't bury LA Knight and Jey Uso now that CM Punk is the champion. Not the
Jey Uso, I don't think has anything to worry about. If there's one person, I think LA Knight should be the one.
That's what I mean. I'm more worried about LA Knight.
And actually, we'll talk about it when we jump into Saturday night's main event. But those are the matches announced so far. 8 more participants are still going to be announced. There's the list that I mentioned earlier, like Sol Sikoa, Drew, Penta, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed, Gunther, and Dom. Those people haven't been announced for matches. I'm just also confused.
So can you give me, if you could look into a crystal ball, because I don't know, you have the historical data. Fill out the bottom half of this bracket first round. Who are the next 8 contestants, or who would your next couple matches be?
I'll just give contestants because the matches could be a little. I think it'll definitely be Drew, Carmelo, Bronson Reed, Gunther for 4. We'll say Cardona, Hendry. Did I say Penta?
Not yet.
Penta and an NXT person. So that's 8.
So we're not going to have Matt Cardona or Dolph.
I said I said Hendry and Cardona. Those are my 2 TNA guys.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll give Nick Nemeth the axe, unfortunately, because I don't think Dominic Mysterio, like, he was shown in it, but I don't think he should be in this tournament because that's a match you need to have on its own.
I think that's a red herring to Monday Night in Raw.
That's what I'm saying. My prediction is that on Raw, Cena comes out in Boston, crowd is hot, the hottest crowd of his tour. Dom comes out shitting on him. Adam Pearce, hey, blah, 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 blah. IC Championship match, main event. John Cena wins. And what I feel like they kind of, I don't want to say drop the ball, but this will be the last thing we talk about before Saturday night's main event. I would have liked it, honestly, if Sheamus wasn't in the tournament, because in my head, what I think would have been cool is if he beats Dom for the belt. And now if he beats Dom, he's carrying that into Saturday night's main event. I think that's just whatever. I don't think that belt needs to be involved in it, but if it is, whatever. I would have liked if he beat Dom the next week on Raw at Madison Square Garden, have one more open challenge match for old time's sakes. And guess who answers? Sheamus. The one belt he's never won is the IC belt. So John Cena becomes a Grand Slam champ, has an open challenge, then puts over the guy that has been trying to win that championship for like 3-4 years, for a long time. I think that's poetic. That's cinematic. And then Survivor Series, you figure out a match for him. Then you have him face the winner at Saturday night's main event. You call it.
Are we relying on the open challenge a little too much, though? There's been a lot of open
relying on it. I think this one is I think it's a good thing that they do it for the US belt, because that's how you keep belts relevant and stuff. But I think like John Cena doing it, I don't think it's relying on it. I think it's just a matter of, okay, we gave him the belt. How do we have him drop the belt before like the big match? And you could you can have him go into the match as champion, but like, I don't know if Gunther should beat him and then go back to being the IC champion, because now Gunther's the IC champion, and it's like, he just beat Cena. There's no way he's losing for a significant amount of time. So is he going to hold on to the IC belt? Maybe they have him do that while the World Heavyweight Championship is taken up by Punk, Braun Breaker, all those guys. Potentially. I don't know. But that's just what...
Interesting.
We have a month to play this thing out. We'll see how it unravels. But we have Raw on Monday. Maybe I'll see you guys. If you're in Boston, keep an eye out on tickets. We'll see what those are marked down as day of. But we'll see if I get to experience it live. But okay, Kyle, we have Saturday night main event to talk about.
What a night.
4 matches, 2 title changes, excuse me. Should have been 3. We'll start off with the 2 other matches, and then we'll get into the World Championship matches. So we had Dominic Mysterio defeat Penta and Rusev to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I think this was probably the most predictable match on the card. For the sake of like, it would have been like cool seeing, Rusev or Penta win. You could protect Dom, but we just gave a whole thing about how we're going to get Dom versus Cena. Dom had to win to keep that alive. So, good match. I don't think it was fine. I don't think it was like a barn burner, but I don't think it was, bad by any means. It was a good match.
I thought it was same. I mean, I like
got the job done.
Penta back in the main picture, and I thought that. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it did exactly what it needed to do. It wasn't. Yeah. It didn't drag on. I think it was like a 10-minute, 11-minute match.
12 minutes.
It wasn't. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a point where I felt it lulled at all.
They did all their sequences. Like if they extended it another 5 minutes, like I think it was the perfect length for that match. They went out there, did their thing, bada bing, bada boom. Second match we're going to talk about, Kyle, and the first title change. Jade Cargill defeats Tiffany Stratton to win her first women's championship. This was a shorter match. It was 5 minutes long.
Right.
Tiffany Stratton went into this match injured. So that was, this also, I say Dom was, but like, I think this was kind of predictable as well. Tiffany was champ for 300 plus days. We kind of got to the point where it was like, what else can she do? There's not really many more stories to be told, feuds to be had. So putting the belt on Jade, hitting the reset button, we get a fresh set of feuds, stories, and Tiffany Stratton take some time off, go back to the drawing board. But yeah, what were your thoughts on that title change, Kyle?
My watch is always going to be set to Tiffy time. I'm a big Tiffy time fan, but I thought that one, it's kind of where how I have felt about Cody, in the sense of I don't think Tiffy needs the belt to get the pop. She's now a recognizable face.
Mm-hmm.
She can now go off and I think now start to do more on the mic, do more away from being a title holder, which I'm actually excited
similar to what they're doing with like Rhea Ripley and what they've been doing with her the last few months.
Yeah, now I think she can go and partner with someone, tag with someone, and kind of build up someone now.
Yeah.
And so I think that's
300 plus days is a good reign. I think it's the fourth longest reign in women's championship history.
Especially, I mean, she did
have your first reign too.
First reign and beating Nia like 5 times to the point where it was almost like enough with this.
And that's why I was like, I think we run out of stuff to do. Like we're just feeding her Nia over and over again.
So I think that I thought it was a great match. I thought it to show Jade's dominance. I thought that it was probably important for it to be kind of a squash match.
Yeah, I agree.
A squash match, but it was a little bit more than that,
especially after the SummerSlam loss.
Yeah, so I'm
excited for her as champ.
The scar adds a whole nother dimension to her, and I like that they're kind of coloring it and lightening it up a little bit.
Yep.
To kind of play on that, because it was perfect for her heel turn. It's really
I agree. I love the character. I love the heel turn. I think that's something that was long overdue.
Right.
I'm excited for this reign. I'm excited. I think it's kind of split. I think Jade Cargill has that section of the internet that's just like, she's awful at wrestling, blah blah blah. She can't, blah blah blah. She's a good wrestler. Is she the most technically gifted one in the world? No, I can't say that. But like, she'll be a good champ. She's dominant. They'll put her in good stories. Like this will be a good reign. And this is, of course, leading to her versus Bianca. Like, if you don't see that, like, that's what we're going to get. So be grateful for that. All right. Now, Kyle, we have our 2 championship matches. And if you don't
mind. For one here on this one.
Me too. Me too. I'm not gonna go off here a little bit.
No, go
Cody on. Cody Rhodes defeats Drew McIntyre to retain his undisputed championship. The stipulation for this match was if Rhodes got disqualified or counted out, he would have lost the title. There is no better way to fucking take a belt off of a world champion than having this stipulate. When they announced this, Kyle, I was like, I wish I could put money on WWE. I would have gone to the bank and fucking dropped it all on Drew McIntyre. I'm like, of course he's winning. Count out, disqualification, like WrestlePalooza. They want to do the whole Randy angle. Now that Saturday Night Main Event, it's a lesser event, but like this is where they could pull it off. And they have Cody Rhodes defeat Drew McIntyre again. Sure. And like, on SmackDown, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. You'd think after this match, we're done with this now. No! Drew McIntyre on SmackDown attacks the referee during Aleister Black Cody Rhodes and says, if you're with Cody, you're against me. What are we talking about? How, like, I don't get how this story is still going and Drew hasn't won the championship yet. Like, if Drew won the championship, 100%, yeah, you have to continue the story. What does this guy, I'm being dead serious. Like, what does this guy have to do to win a world championship again? Because I went on my spiel last week and I've gone on a similar spiel multiple times because there have been multiple instances where it was like, stars are aligned. This is the moment. And I'm not asking for a year-long title reign. Just give the guy something. Just give the man fucking something, because you want to talk about people that deserve things. There's a lot of wrestlers that they commit to this. They put their bodies on the line. They take time away from their families. They all make sacrifices. But Drew McIntyre is a guy that just, it baffles me how he doesn't get that push, that recognition of some of other top guys that I think he's at the same level of and has worked hard enough to be at that point. Cody Rhodes, last thing, I said it last week, I have nothing against him. I love Cody. I think he's great. He doesn't need to be the world champion. We're past that point. He's Cody fucking Rhodes. He doesn't need a belt. We need to, at some point, move on from him with the championship. At this point, I think he might have the belt for another year, because I just don't. If he's not losing to Drew, if they set up another match, I don't even know how I can feel going into that about my confidence levels with Drew. I might just be fucking numb that match. And if it happens, it happens. I just don't know, Kyle. I was just so set. I was just so confident in him winning this weekend. And I was wrong. But you picked Cody.
I did.
And this is your chance to say you were right. Because you were.
It's a weird thing about being right, is that sometimes you don't want to be right. And you just don't feel that creatively they're ready to make that change. And I don't think they're going to do that until 2026. Now, that's crazy because we still have so much that can happen. But
I have 8 months until WrestleMania. 6 months until WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's which is also away.
Fucking bonkers.
Yes, yeah, it's like mid-April now.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was a good match. I thought it. Mm-hmm. I didn't. The ref bump at the end kind of was like, I don't know. There was just things that I was like, we could have done without that. Which that's what, when you get into 20-minute matches, that's when you start having those issues.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to do it. Duh.
And this opened the show too, which was like,
it was a great. I mean, when they announced it, I thought it was going to be great, but I don't know. Do you think Drew deserves it? He's going to win it. But I just
him attacking Cody makes me think that they're going to have another match at like Survivor Series. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Forget about Survivor Series.
I know. Well, Cody definitely isn't going to be in the War Games match this year, so I don't think he's going to get. There's no way they get him in there. That would be a weird tie-in. That's like a break glass in case of emergency type thing.
So then, do you think they do another fight?
Drew McIntyre set up. I mean, maybe they can do it at DC. Drew did get suspended on SmackDown, so that they could stretch that out a little bit. That could be how they extend it to Saturday's main event. Fuck it, John Cena's last event. Have Drew win the WWE Championship. But like, I just can't do this to myself, Kyle, because it's like, I'm just fucking.
But like, doesn't it frustrate you when you
every time I'm like, this is it, and it's not it.
But doesn't it frustrate you when you hear WWE saying, like, we don't care about the good match, we only care about the story?
And you know what would have been the better story is if Drew McIntyre won.
Like, but it would have been the better match.
The better story. Yeah,
it would have been the better match.
I know.
So it's just,
but Drew McIntyre is like he's like one of Triple H's guys. I'm like, I don't understand how he doesn't like.
Which is where I think if you carry the carrot out long enough, eventually he gets it. And so that's where I think December, it's the end of the year. We've dragged this on for a couple of months now. Fine.
If he wins it at this point,
you start 2026 with that whole that storyline.
Mhm.
That makes sense to me.
If Drew McIntyre at this point, and I said before, like I don't care, he doesn't need to have a year run. At this point, if he wins the belt like in the next month or so, he better hold that until WrestleMania at the least. Let the guy have the belt for a few fucking months. Like,
I agree.
Like don't have him drop it quick. Like, no, that's I'd be pissed if they did that.
Well, yeah, and WrestleMania is going to be here. I mean, fuck, before we know it. So it's like, why?
Yeah,
why
they
rush
can
that?
do a few things to get there. And plus, if Drew wins,
if they drag this on long enough, they can drag that on long enough.
I would imagine Randy Orton's going to get involved somehow, and that's how you kind of give Cody and Randy their thing. Drew can kind of have a few defenses and stuff on his own, and then you bring them all together. That's what I've been fucking saying. I mean, they can still do it. I'm just pissed that they're waiting this long to do it. That's all it is. Like, why couldn't, like, what they're going to do at Survivor Series, they could have done this past Saturday, and they could have done it at WrestlePalooza. That's all. They're just pushing things back. But, all right. Last match, Kyle. Last match, main event, CM Punk, Jey Uso, World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk finally gets the win. Not finally gets the win. He won the belt at SummerSlam, but finally will have a title reign that will last more than 5 minutes. And man, oh man, it felt good watching him win that match. I was at a Halloween party, okay? No one there is watching Saturday night's main event.
Are you in a neck brace at this point?
I was in a neck brace at this party, so I was like this the whole time. I couldn't like bend over. I just like had my phone up, just like at a certain position. And it was because that match was the last match, so I put it on. And when CM Punk won, I didn't have the volume on or anything, and I think Jey Uso kicked out of a GTS beforehand. So when he hit the last GTS and he won, I didn't hear like I saw the 3 whatever. I like let out like oh. Like a little like jolt scream, and everyone was like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine." They're like, "Oh, you're watching a game?" Like, yeah, I'm watching a game right now. And then Taylor was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, WWE. She goes, "Oh, CM Punk won." I'm like, "Yeah, CM Punk won." Thrilled that he won because if Jey Uso won, that spiel that you just heard from me would have been amplified by 10 times if Jey Uso had won. CM Punk's the right choice in my opinion. I just think he's the right guy to have the belt going into WrestleMania, to put over the next guy, whoever it may be. I've said it. I don't think Jey Uso needs the World Heavyweight Championship. This story with the bloodline, the belt does not need to be involved. I think this loss and win, honestly, I think it's a win-win. Punk gets the belt, gets the reign, and I think this further goes deeper into Jey Uso's story of potentially turning heel. I talked about it. Maybe this loss turns into like a little spiral where he starts to lose a step. Roman Reigns is like, hey, what the fuck is going on? This isn't what I taught you. Also, Kyle, I don't know if you saw this. WWE filed a trademark, and this is real. This was a real trademark.
It was a real one. You didn't get spoofed
not Big Van, not Big Van Walter.
You didn't get caught up in.
I didn't get ball
like a boomer. Like you're 75 years old messaging your son how to work a telephone.
So a few weeks ago, Kyle sent me a screenshot from a Wrestle Oops. It was a trademark for Big Van Walter, like what AEW would call Walter if he went to AEW. And he's just like, did you see this? And I'm like, I don't think that's real. Because I saw that earlier and I knew it was from that account. But there's like NBA Centel. I don't know if you've come across them on Twitter before, but it's just an NBA parody account, and it's just like he tweets out just like things that aren't real, but like it's just the best thing ever. And then Ballsack Sports, so I always say like you got ball sacked or something like that. You got ball sacked, but a real trademark that WWE did was tribal air. So that could be a few things. That could be Solo Sikoa, because originally he was going to be, next in line for Roman, fighting for the Ulafala. But at the same time, he's separated from them. He's doing his own thing. He has his own family now. Tribal Heir might be the name given to Jey Uso. Maybe that's his new heel character, which I think obviously plays a part into him being little Roman, of him following in Roman's footsteps, of Roman kind of, teaching him, showing him the ways of how to be this, the top guy. That could be interesting. I'm not, there's no confirmation or nothing, but I think WWE, they're going to go all in with this heel run. And I'm glad that they're doing it without the championship, because if the championship was involved, it was going to be in a vortex. At least have Punk have his reign. I want to say LA Knight's going to beat Punk. but at the same time, Braun Breaker
Yeah.
is very much so. Yeah, but Braun Breaker is very much so in the driver's seat to be, the world heavyweight champion for the foreseeable future. So we can get there when we get there, but I'm happy CM Punk won.
Well, I mean, if LA Knight wins, just know that I will be losing my mind here.
We're throwing a party. We're throwing an LA Knight celebration party. Where it's happening. It's happening.
I might do a come as your best LA Knight. I mean, just come dressed up as
I'd go all in on that.
Come as all previous
every version.
night.
You got Eli Drake, Dupree, fucking all his different
Elijah.
characters.
Come as anybody.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that I think is the most authentic crowd pop on the roster.
Everyone loves Punk, bro. Like, it's just such a feel good moment.
Well, but here's my thing I'm speaking two things. I think Punk is like the most credentialed, he wins this. Absolutely.
It would have been shocking if Jey Uso won.
And that's what I thought they would have. I thought they would have preferred the shock over the safe. Because then you could have had all this chatter going into Survivor Series or Saturday Night Main Event. But CM Punk deserves it. Should have had it. I mean, yeah. So
him getting hurt early on to his run definitely fucking stalled stuff and pushed it back a while.
So this is fantastic. This is the first time I'm genuinely, authentically excited.
Oh yeah.
To your point, though, with that authenticism, LA Knight, I think, is the most authentic crowd favorite. That just that on his own,
that match and everything, bro. Like
that match will be so. That will be like. I didn't get to go to Dynamite this Wednesday. I don't know what my next event is going to be.
But if they do Punk
that
LA
would
Knight,
be something that I would probably spend the money on.
Yeah. Because that's not going to be the most technically gifted match, but you just have two.
It's going to be
megastars.
Yes,
two megastars. That's a big. This is the first time I'm kind of saying this out loud. That's a big match feel, which is crazy for someone like LA Knight because that's the strides that he's taken. You put him in that position. That's a WrestleMania main event. I think he has done enough to get to that point, and we still have 5 months. The John Cena tournament. If he somehow wins that, the Rumble, Elimination, you have at least three opportunities to really push LA Knight and give him a big win. That will be like me and you were saying, at least me right now, I can do him as a WrestleMania main eventer right now against CM Punk. If he wins one of those three things, I think that's for the people that might be a little bit swayed, that's what puts it over the hump, and that's like, okay, I can see him not only being a main eventer but also winning. Absolutely.
I agree 100%.
So better late than never, I guess, for guys like Drew and LA Knight. Me and you are I'm not hopping off the train. I'm a ride or die. As much as I fucking hate it, I'll ride or die with Drew until the very end because I ride or die with my homies. So yeah, that's all we got. Let's see if any news came out, Kyle, that we may have potentially missed while we were filming here. But do you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Any thing that was on your mind? Oh, Chelsea Green also. We can talk about Chelsea Green. Last night. So I was in and out last night, so I didn't get to watch the full show. So Chelsea Green defeated Julia, ended her 133-day reign as United States champion. Chelsea Green and Ethan Page also just won the AAA mixed tag team championships last week. So she had that belt, Ethan Page double champ. So what they're doing, their gimmick and story in NXT is phenomenal. Chelsea Green, Ethan Page, they're incredible together. I think that's a segue to the main roster, honestly, because of how good it is. I'm happy Chelsea Green. So I saw the result and I tweeted about it, right? And I was like, I love this. Chelsea Green, like the women's US belt has just been in limbo. I don't think there's been a good reign. Like Chelsea won it the first time, but like it really wasn't that great of a reign. But it was like the best of the now 4 in total.
Sure.
So I was like, love this. Then I go on Twitter. This is my issue, is I tweet something and I don't look for like another 2 hours. I open up my Twitter to all these replies. Oh, you like Julia losing in a minute and a half? Oh, you want Julia to get squashed? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, time out. I'm like,
That's
guys,
what I said.
where in my tweet did I say, I love that Julia lost in 90 seconds? First of all, I didn't know the match was that short. I just love the fact that Chelsea Green got the belt because she's one of the best characters on the main roster. And if there's Julia's held the belt for 132 days, like I mentioned, I think she had 2 or 3 title defenses. I can't even tell you who they were against. One of them could have been Chelsea Green, Michin, and Vega, the same 3 people that are competing for the belt. It wasn't a memorable reign. Her losing in 90 seconds is pretty ridiculous for any women's match or any match, period. That's too short. That I agree with, but I am happy that Chelsea Green won. I think that's good for the story she has with Ethan Page, and just she can make the belt relevant again. So I have no issue with it.
I don't have a response to this, but I do want your thoughts on it.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the reports of WWE's ticket sales, low attendance, and viewership amid the price battles, fans versus TKO?
I don't think TKO, or honestly, I don't think they care, because no matter what, they're still going to have people that are going to buy that, as expensive as they are. But they're always going to have that selective audience.
Not this SmackDown. I guess last week had a report.
It was the lowest attendance.
Attendance.
Which they put out a statement saying like how they'd cut down on house shows, because it's like by cutting down on house shows, you make the market more valuable, where it's like, oh, like, let's say Boston. I'm just using it as an example.
The house shows are what built up the smaller name.
Correct. But house shows also, like, they're looking at it like, okay, so Boston again. Let's say they have 1 main show or 2 main shows a year and 4 house shows. So 6 shows in total. You take away the 4 house shows, you know, now you only have 2 opportunities to go. They're going to look to those shows to go to. Tickets are going to be more expensive because house shows, you can go there for nothing. They're so cheap. They're doing one in Worcester in early January that I was thinking of going to.
I saw that.
But that's like their holiday tour that they're doing. Right. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. I think TKO is a money hungry company. I firmly believe that they're gonna suck the life out of WWE. Raise the prices, change everything, and then in 10, 15 years from now, sell the company again, and we're back to square one. I am not shocked by it. Like, when they announced this deal, that's just what was going to happen. You signed off to a major corporation, you switch from going like private to public, whatever the switch was. Like, you just knew they were going to turn into this type of company. But it's like, now we're here and we're seeing it, and it's like, damn, like, that. Guess this is what we're doing now. But they're always gonna have an audience. There are gonna be people that spend the $5,000. We were talking about how much tickets are for John Cena's last event. Ringside seats, close to $6,000. People are gonna buy that without even thinking about it. You know what I mean? But as long as they have that audience, I don't think they care. They raised ticket prices by 50%.
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting when you start seeing low attendance, low viewership, though. And I hate.
You'd think that would change something. Right. I don't know for the like weekly shows. I don't know.
It sucks because we talk about things like this, and then people are like, "Oh, I hate bashing on WWE." It's like we're not bashing on WWE. We're bashing TKO.
There's a reason why they have low attendance.
We want WWE.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of this. Is that. I don't know. There was just times
they sold themselves out.
Shows. It was fine to be affordable. It was fine to go in, and then you spent more money on merchandise. I don't know. There's just things about it.
It was already a monopoly, but they turned into a corporate monopoly now.
Yeah, and then that's where it's like.
How many times can you say that Vince McMahon was right when these TKO people coming out saying like, raising prices because we're like, adjusting it to like the times or whatever, where Vince McMahon was like, he would never do that because it's a family thing. Vince McMahon was right. That insane old man actually, has a heart, somewhat of a heart. And if we're at a point where we're defending Vince McMahon or praising him for that, that's when you know shit's fucked. That's when you know things are bad. So yeah, I mean, I can have my opinion on it, but at the end of the day, there's nothing that'll change, at least not in the foreseeable future. So,
I agree.
Okay, one last thing, Kyle, and we'll end it. The closing to Monday Night Raw, we had Logan Paul, seemingly trying to align himself with Paul Heyman in the vision. So, how this night started, CM Punk came out giving his promo, talking about potential challengers, opponents for his belt. Logan Paul comes out, to a huge pop, right? Everyone was like, oh my God, Logan Paul is here. Can't believe it. He says he wants a match, blah, blah, blah. Vision comes out. They're doing a scuffle thing. It turns into Logan Paul again, taken out by the Vision. Later in the night, what was it? I think it was CM Punk Jey Uso versus the Vision.
Yep.
And at the end of it, it's CM Punk. I forget who, did it go to a no contest, or did someone win? I forget if it went. I forget if someone got the win or not. That part I forget. But either way.
Yeah, because there was that lull where CM Punk was kind of walking across, and
I forget.
Logan was like right there.
Yeah, I forget how the match specifically ended. But either way, after the match, it's CM Punk standing there with a chair. Jey Uso's down the Vision. Logan Paul comes out, seemingly going to help Punk because the Vision took him out earlier. Brass knuckles, knocks out CM Punk. Looks at Paul Heyman, hands him the brass knuckles, and is kind of putting his arms out like, hey man, I'm right here. Like, sign me up type of thing. So I'll get your 2 cents on that, but I'll tell you what I think this is. This is not him joining the Vision. I don't think. I think because that was like one of the top things, which I get. But this War Games is coming up. Seth Rollins' injury changed a lot of things. In this case, they needed to scramble and find someone to fill in the spot. Logan Paul is the perfect, like, break the glass. Like, we need
Agreed.
like big special attraction. Put Logan Paul in the match. They put him in matches against Roman, Cena, the Rumbles, the Elimination Chambers, the Money in the Banks. Does it make sense? Not exactly. They'll wrap it up and they'll kind of put things together. In my head, have Logan Paul join the team and have there be some sort of agreement where it's like, hey, Logan, if you help us win, when Braun Breaker gets that championship, you're first in line. Like, I think that's the easiest way to kind of tie him in there and like making sense of why he's on their team. And that's something you can kind of play on in the future. But
sure,
I thought it was like, I guess, an interesting angle. It was different for sure. But WWE's had a pivot with Seth's injury. So I'm cool with it. Honestly, I have no issue with it.
Yeah, I can see him joining in and then them betraying Logan. Same way he came in, he goes out. Mm-hmm. So I can see something like that happening. Mm-hmm. But I think it's great. I think Logan's electric.
He's going to jump off that cage. You know that they're going to have him do a crazy spot.
Hate Logan Paul. Said it once, say it again.
He's so easy to hate, but he's so good at it.
He's easy to hate, and he's a great wrestler. And I think that's what pisses people off more, and that's what I appreciate about it. Is there's a dedication to it. It's good. He's good at it, and it's really fun to hate. So it's a perfect character.
Big time. Yeah, no, I think this will work. I think, again, like, they kind of just threw him in the mix. But someone like Logan Paul, I think it's easy to just throw into something, and they tie it in somehow. Like I said, just do like add a little agreement thing. I'm here to help you. You're here to help me. Kind of like years ago when it was the War Games that Punk returned out. It was the War Games that Randy Orton returned for, but CM Punk came out afterwards. Drew McIntyre was on Team Judgment Day. And that was just he didn't join the Judgment Day. That was the big thing, was like, oh, is he part of the Judgment Day now? No, he was just on the War Games team. I think that's essentially the same thing.
Gotcha.
But okay. I think that's it. I'm not going to lie to you, Kyle. This podcast went a lot longer than I expected it to. We were.
What's our time at?
Having some good conversation. We started at 8 minutes. The recording was at. We're at 1:10 right now, so a little bit over an hour. We had some good stuff to talk about. But yeah, I think that's it for us, guys. Drop down in the comments a few things. 1, your thoughts on Saturday night's main event. 2, who you think will be in the John Cena tournament, the participants that were announced, who you think will win the tournament, and anything else you fucking want. Drop it down below. We'll read it. We'll be back here next week for episode number 25. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Kyle, as always, for being here. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with more stuff to talk about. So keep it easy. Peace out.